Good day, this is SD from Blender File, and today we'll be learning some more features of Blender that I should have told you in my last tutorial. So we'll have a look at those things in this video, and I guess from our next video we'll be making our first scene in Blender. So what we are going to learn in this video is some more features, and then I'll be telling about how to enable some add-ons like the one over here. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I forgot to tell you was how to delete an object. So if you want to delete an object, you just press delete button or X button and then select delete, and it will delete any selected object in your scene. Okay, you can see that this icon over here tells which button I am pressing. Like if I want to press G, then it will tell which button I am pressing on my keyboard and mouse. This is an add-on. I'll be telling about this towards the end. Okay, next thing was, like the cursor has gone off the center and you want to bring the cursor back to center over here. So there are two ways. One is exactly wrong, I mean just wrong, and another is the correct way to do it. So the wrong way first, you just go zooming in over here, you scroll to zoom in, and then when you see this point of intersection, you click over here and you assume that the cursor is at the center. Well, this is actually wrong. The way to do it is you press Shift S and then select cursor to center. It will bring the cursor to dead center of Blender's current scene. Okay. Yeah, sometimes this happens. You zoom in or zoom out like anything, and then you cannot come back. So you press Shift C over here. So it actually snaps cursor to center, and also it brings every object visible to your scene, and then you can just rotate over here and there. Okay, next thing is, let's quickly add a cylinder or something like that. Okay, now if I want any single face of this, like over here, to come out of the cylinder to some place like over here, so how are we going to do that? The Blender has got a solution for us. It is by using the different modes that Blender provides, which is over here, this button. You can see there are 6 modes. We are currently in object mode. In object mode, you are able to see only the faces that your object has. Okay, so let's quickly explore the other modes, which are edit mode, sculpt, vertex paint, weight paint, and texture. So these 3 paint ones have a big concept to be explained and will not be covered over here. And also sculpt mode is a very different branch of modeling, so that will also not be done over here. We'll learn the basics, which is object mode and edit mode. I have already told what is object mode. We are only till now using the object mode. Let's get into edit mode. Okay, now you can see the mesh has gone very orangish, and you can see some dots over here, like these dots. These are actually the vertex or vertices of the 3D object which is selected. Okay, now to do deselect or select everything, you press the A key. Okay, so when anything is selected by default in Blender, it has an orange boundary, as I have already told you. Okay, so now you can right click any vertex to select these, and if you want to select multiple vertices, you press and hold the shift key and select whichever you want. Okay, so now if you want to select a face and not only vertices, over here you can see there are three buttons which are for selection. So first is the vertex select. It is used for selecting the vertex. Then is the edge select, which is used for selecting edges. And then you can select edges and you can scale them up, rotate them, or you can also move them up somewhere. Okay. Next is the face select. In face select, you can select any faces you want. Now you can see the black dots show the faces that your object has. You can select them. Okay, now I want to move it somewhere over here on the on the x-axis. I'll just press G and then X, and over here, and let's click to confirm, and you can see we have got a good mesh. Now we'll go back to object mode, and you can see this is our new object. To undo this change, you can press Ctrl Z. It will just undo your last move and all that. Okay. Next thing, if I want to see the object, how it will look from the top view, you can do it like moving your mouse or view like this, or you can use the view button over here. Just select this and you have a list of views over here, which is left, right, back, front, bottom, and top. Also there is a camera one. I will tell you at the end. Okay, so if you select any of these views, you can go to that view and then you can pan over here or change your view from there. So let's quickly have a look at others. We have seen left, we have the top and bottom like that. You can explore them on your own. Okay, so wait a sec. Oh, someone's calling me. Wait a sec. Okay, I am back. Let's continue. Yeah, the camera view. You go to camera view and then you can see there's a small border over here. Right now you're seeing your scene through the camera, which is this object over here, this thing. Yeah, you are seeing your object through, or your scene through this camera. Okay, so you can see there is a black border over here. Inside this border, whatever is visible will be there in your final scene or image or animation or whatever you are making. Okay, so next thing I'll be telling you is about these. These are the viewport shading, and then I'll be telling you something about these pivot points, and then we'll go to add-ons. Okay, so over here, viewport shading, there are total 6. We are currently in solid mode. In solid, you are able to see your faces. Yeah, in object mode you can't do any editing. It is the outermost like mode. From here you can only select your objects and position them wherever you want, like that. It is the solid viewport shading, because of which you are able to see the faces of your current selected objects. Okay, so if you go to bounding box, then it makes a wireframe-ish, like only edges can be visible, a transparent edgy box around your object. So it tells like if you have a non-regular shape, then if it is enclosed in a cuboidal structure, then how will that cuboid look? This is something like that. Okay, then next shading is the wireframe. It shows only the edges and edges of your mesh or object. Okay, it shows of every object that is there in your scene, like there is an icosphere and a cylinder, and then you go to solid, it will show the faces of both of them, and if you go to wireframe, it will show wires of both of them. Okay, so next thing is texture. Any texture that you have in your mesh will be displayed in this texture. It currently has no texture, so it will show a blank white face. Next comes the material. It shows any material that your object has. instead of texture. And last is the rendered. The rendered view shows what your scene will look actually when there is the effects of lighting, color and all that. Okay, then you'll just go out of it from here and select solid. Render mode, rendered viewport shading, slows your PC like anything. Okay, next thing is these pivot points. Okay, currently it is median point, so it is actually this, selected object center of mass will be, well, I can't tell actually which point it is. Like if you select two objects, then the center between them will be the point of rotation or scaling. So if I rotate them, it will rotate according to this point over here. And then if I select individual object, it will be there, this orange dot that is there in them. It is actually the center of mass each object has. Rotate from there as well. Okay, anyways, next is individual origin. Now if I select two objects now, and if I rotate them, they will move according to their individual origins, which is this orange dot over here. Now it will not move anymore according to this point of center. They will move independently on their own origins. Okay, next is bounding box center. It is actually like the center of this box. Yeah. Okay, next thing comes is 3D cursor. Let's get back to solid. Okay, 3D cursor. According to 3D cursor, it will pivot your object. Now if I rotate it, it will rotate according to the 3D cursor, which is over here. And then for here, this one also, like that. Okay, last one is active element. Now if I select this one and that one, so this is the active element, which is yellowish in color and not orange like this one. The object which is active is always marked in a yellowish color, and inactive but selected is orange color. Okay, so if I select this one and then this one and rotate them, then the cylinder will move on its own origin, but the icosphere will move according to the origin point of this cylinder over here. Okay, so I guess that's it. Let's keep it back to default. Yeah, before telling you the keyboard shortcuts to these ones, I'll be telling you how to enable your these add-ons. So just go to file and then user preferences, and over here go to the add-ons tab and type over here PIE. So this is a user interface. It is official pie menus. It will be defaultly unticked in you like that. So if it is unticked, and then if you go and press like tab, then it will toggle edit mode with the currently selected mode. Like if you are in sculpt mode and then you press tab, it will go to edit mode, and if you press tab again, it will get back to sculpt mode. And also same for object like that. Yeah. Okay, so and if I want to go for these ones over here, wireframe, texture, all those, press Z for wireframe and Alt Z for texture. And yeah, that toggles between wireframe and solid. For material I don't know it actually, but for rendered it is Shift Z and Shift Z again to come back to solid mode. Okay, so what does that add-on do? Let's go check it out. Okay, tick it over here and close this. So now if you press tab to go to edit mode, it will open a pie menu, circular pie menu. Now you can select any mode you want to get in, like that. And now if you want to go for wireframe and all that, press Z, and then you can select any one of these and go solid and back to object mode. Okay, this is something like that. And for these ones, I guess it is comma or period. Yeah, it is period. You can choose from here then. Okay, like that. So now you can set exploring. I'll be making our, and then we'll be making our first object in first scene in our next video. And yeah, one more thing is over here, add-ons. Yeah, if you take this and then if you select save user settings, then what Blender does is next time when you will start Blender, Blender will automatically check this, and then you can directly go all that like this and not to do that again like that. Okay, so we'll be making our first scene, which are eggs in Blender. We'll be making simple eggs in Blender in our next tutorial. So let's hope you stay tuned, and this is SD from Blender file. Thank you.